I'm very thankful to Global Education and Teacher Training Institute, Lucknow, have 19 is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered virus, coronavirus. COVID-19 was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan city of China. COVID-19 is now a cause of large number of deaths across the world. Coronavirus disease is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. Most people infected with the COVID 19 virus will experience mild to moderate respiratory illness and recover without requiring special treatment. Older people and those with underlying medical problems like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, chronic respiratory disease, and cancer are more likely to develop serious illness. Any certified treatment of COVID-19 has not been discovered. So why I introduce with the COVID-19? Because nowadays we feel that around the world people are suffering with this kind of pandemic, and everyone has a stress in their life. So I have decided to choose this topic, emotional intelligence in relation to stress among the people during COVID-19. कि people कैसे suffer कर रहे हैं, those who are at their home during their lockdown period, they suffered a lot because their life is totally reshuffled. So I'm talking about the symptoms. The most common symptoms are like fever, dry cough, tiredness, which we usually experience, but that time we don't know it goes to be a very major pandemic. And if we go through the less common system, edges and pain, sore throat, diarrhea, conjunctivitis, headache, loss of taste or smell, a rash on skin, or discoloration of fingers or toes. So most people infected with this virus will recover without requiring special treatment. But if we feel that how it's separate, normally it's separate through cough or sneeze, personal contact, contaminated objects, mass gatherings. Means these are very normal causes when we feel that when there is a weather change occurs, so cough and sneeze comes naturally. And when we are personally connected with each other, we can't imagine this kind of virus is separate. So we have the measure also that wash your hand frequently, wear a face mask, which we don't have the habit in, and avoid contact with sick peoples. And in we can say that every day we see the TV, we saw the newspaper, people are suffering from such kind of disease, and somewhere we are scared about all this. Always cover your cough or sneeze. So when I talk about this thing, so I confirmed that in spite of taking the precautions, there are 10 million people who are died throughout the world. And according to the World Health Organization report, 10 million 53,300, 53 lakhs 3,779 are the confirmed cases, and approximation death is 51 lakh to 28,042. So if we talk about India, so there are the confirmed cases which this website show that this picture slide shows you according to July 2nd, but I have the 2 days approximation 6 lakh 25,544 cases, and death toll climbed to 18,213. In spite of this, there are some cases which are recovered, that is 3,79,892 cases are still recovered. But it is a stressful. Why it's so stressful? Because it creates fear and anxiety about a new disease because we didn't hear about this. And what could happen can be overwhelming and cause strong emotion in adults and children. Public health actions such as social distancing can make people feel isolated and lonely and can increase stress and anxiety. Before this, we don't have the habit of like this social distances. Because we enjoy with our friends, we enjoy to go to picnic, we enjoy to go with our friends anywhere, movie, cinema, or any other functions. However, these actions are necessary to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Now, social distances comes and it creates us to stop the reduce the spread of COVID-19. Coping with stress in a healthy way will make you, the people you care about, and your community stronger. Yeah, we have to do something. Stress during an infectious disease outbreak can sometimes cause the fear and worry about your own health and the health of your loved ones. If you see in your day-to-day life, you see that in your families, everyone is worried about all these things. They feel that if you go outside and something will be happened, if you have any kind of flu, maybe corona is there. So somewhere this fear occurs on the other side when lockdown occurs, when everything is stopped. So financially we are going to be weak, jobs are not there, so next our people have lost their job, loss of support service जो कि इनको services मिलती थी, they lost. And for this they occurred in a stress. And actually, what is stress? Stress is a response to a situation that makes you feel frustrated. How we feel frustrated when we unable to do something, एडिक्शंस आर एंग्री, तब हमें बहुत गुस्सा आता है कि हम कुछ नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, हमसे कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है. Sometimes this kind of negative approach comes in our behavior. In these events, a natural process known as the fight or flight response is triggered. You have two options: either fight it or flight it. This process releases stress hormones to help the body and mind deal with the situation at hand. Our natural stress response cycle breaks when we experience chronic stress. Naturally, it is a stress is a cycle. Sometimes it is positive and sometimes it is negative. Because if we want to achieve something in our life, stress is good. But according to some disease, according to pandemic, it is somewhere harm our system, our mental mind setup, because we are having the habit of different kind of aspects, and now we are doing the different kind of aspect. So somewhere stress comes in our mind and it is disturbing us. How it affect the body and mind? Stress is a part and parcel of life. Many situations we encounter can fall under the category of stress. When we are under stress, our body responds it to be trying to restore the body's internal state of balance known as homeostasis. This is accomplished by the release of stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. They provide instant energy to act either by escaping. We can handle the stress at our own. This is our choice, how we can handle. It depends upon our willpower, confronting or hiding from the source of stress. Once the trigger of the stress is over or no longer present, the level of hormones decreased and the body resumes normalcy. Similarly, our brain use a mechanism called neuroplasticity to change physically and functionally to adapt to the brain forms new neural pathways in response to the learning or to the experience of stress or injury. Each neural pathway is a bundle of neurons that connects the different parts of the brain to each other. With new formations, the brain is constantly learning new ways to adapt to stress with time. That means our brain is responding with time to time. And but how we are dealing, how we are experienced, and how we are handling all thing is depending with our mental setup. If we are handling the stress in a proper way, we can enjoy our life, and if we can't handle it, it is very tough for us. Suppose symptoms of stress, and what are the symptoms nowadays? You feel that there is digestive issues. Really, people are having the gastro problems. Obesity is there. They don't eat. They said we have the digestive issues. We can't eat properly. We can't lie properly because we don't. If we take anything, it create gastric problem in our mind and appetite change. खाने की आदतें totally change हो चुकी हैं. And insomnia, कुछ को नींद ही नहीं आती और कुछ को बहुत नींद आती है. People prefer to live in a stress and they don't understand how their body is responding by different indications. Body is giving the indication. Sometimes our blood pressure increase, sometimes blood sugar increase and fat increases, muscle tension increase, fatigue comes, headache is there, frequent sickness, and we feel very bad, lowness. We can't do anything in our life. Always we feel that we are in a sad, there is something which is disturbing us, like means muscle tension, sleep disturbance comes in our mind, and we don't know how to handle it, all that things. In spite of this, we can say that A healthy mind live in a healthy body. And mental illness refers to health condition that affect a person emotionally, psychologically, and behaviorally. Like in the case of a physical illness, these two require treatment. They are caused due to a combination of biological, psychological, and social factor. And due to COVID, you can easily understand कि biologically you are good, but psychologically you are disturbed. You don't understand what to do and what not to do. And socially, you are connected with the people by online, by media, by technology. But on the other hand, at personal level, there is little bit difference. Mood switching, and when you can't go outside, automatically you feel that you are in a stress, and mood swings comes in your mind. A disturbance of mood that is prolonged and so in nature, causing a significant amount of distress in the individual's life, like depression, bipolar disorders, among others. Anxiety disorder. An anxiety disorder can manifest in the form of heightened state of worry. So nowadays, what we are feeling, that everyone is worried. क्या होगा आगे, क्या होगा? If a person को अगर कोरोना हो जाता है तो उसकी लाइफ कैसे होगी? And you know, we are seeing the media day to day, and we feel that how bad is the, how worse is the condition of some countries where corona spread very rapidly, and excessive apprehension caused without any awareness. And these symptoms can significantly affect a person's daily functioning. And when when you watch all these, when you observe all these things, somewhere disorder comes in our mind. Personality disorders. A personality is the way of an individual think, feel, and behave that make them different from someone else. What is personality? How we express our views, how we think, how we react, how we handle our situation. And our personality is influenced by several factors: their experiences, environment, and inherited characteristics. The personality typically stays the same throughout their life. A personality disorder is when an individual has unhealthy pattern of thoughts and emotions that impact their behavior and make it difficult for them to function. And then comes to the psychotic disorders. Psychotic disorders refers to illness where there is an onset of psychotic symptom that may include delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech or behavior, or being a catatonic state. This can be a condition that lasts for a few days or one that needs to be managed on a long-term basis, like in case of a chronic physical illness. So, when mood swings come, sometimes you feel very happy, sometimes you feel very sad. You don't know what happened with you. अब कोई भी पूछे यार तुझे क्या हुआ, मेरा मूड नहीं है आज बात करने का. जनरली हम इस तरह की बातें करते हैं. मुझे वो अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, मुझे ये अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, मुझे खाना खाना अच्छा नहीं लग रहा. These are the mood swings. कि हमें कभी कभी कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं लगता. मिनट में, एक मिनट में we are very good, on the other side we are feeling very bad, and we don't want to talk with anyone. Sometimes we want to cry, and if we ask what's the reason, we don't know the reason behind that. So India fight against corona. You know, everyone is fighting against corona, because if there is a will, there is a way. If you want to do something, so you definitely achieve something. So you have seen that there are so many frontiers like doctors, police personnel, and other people who come front and helping the others and fight against corona. But still there are some people, there are lakhs of laborers, workers who are migrating from one state to another state, moving from one state to another state, and they, they are in a very stressed position. But we can handle it if we have an intelligence level high. But intelligence, what do you feel? That it is the capacity for rational, constructive, creative, and original thinking directed to the attainment of some end. That means if your thoughts are rational, you are constructive, you are creative and original thinking. If you think originally, yes, in that situation I can do at my own, we will do definitely. It is the ability to make adjustments. Intelligence is the ability to use memory. Yes, you have an experience, you have the knowledge, you have understanding, you have the reasoning. We have the imagination and judgment in order to solve problems and adopt new situation. And now you see that how much we are linked with that technology, online courses, online classes, online variety of courses available. From there we can learn a lot. Even though it gives us the capacity to think about who we are. Yes, who we are, to know ourselves, to have a personal identity. It helps us reflect on things and leads to introspection, meditation, questioning, and spirituality. Like, intelligent is one who can do the things, understand the things, and prepare himself or herself to handle the things. For that person, sometimes stress comes, but through meditation, through spirituality, through introspection, he can understand his strength and weakness and work on it. Then how it is linked with emotional intelligence? Because intelligently we can handle all this. So what is the purpose of emotions? Yeah, emotional intelligence refer to the ability to perceive, control, and evaluate emotions. So we first to understand what is going on, then to control that process. हमें आदत नहीं थी, we don't have the habit to stay at home. But first, when we understand कि no, this is beneficial for us, it save our life, so we understand, then we control. Go, but only when it is important, and then evaluate your emotions. What I am doing, it is good or bad. Emotional intelligence as a subset of social intelligence that involves the ability to monitor one's own and others' feelings and emotions. Once you understand yourself, your emotions, you can easily understand the emotions of others. If you don't understand your own emotion, you can't understand the emotion of others. To discriminate among them and to use this information to guide one's thinking and action. Once, what's the component of emotional intelligence? Like self-awareness. It is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions as a critical part of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness. Yeah, we should know ourselves. We should be aware of our strengths. We should know how to work and how to improve ourselves. Managing emotions handling the feeling so that they are appropriate, realize what is behind a feeling, finding ways to handle fear and anxiety, anger and sadness. Yeah, it is very hard to handle this kind of situation. Sometimes your emotions are not in your control. There are certain situations occurs in our life when we feel helpless, when emotionally we feel unstable. But if you are emotionally intelligent, then you are able to manage your emotions, motivating yourself. Always give motivation, emotion in the service of goals, emotional self-control, delaying gratification and shifting impulses. Always motivate yourself. Because life is a we are facing full of failures and success, and if we are not motivating ourselves, because we are having so many dreams in our life which cannot be fulfilled, and stress automatically comes in our life. But emotionally, if we are strong, we will definitely motivate ourselves. No, आज नहीं है तो कल definitely हो जाएगा. Handling relationship, managing emotions in others, social skills, the ability to handle conflicts and difficult issues very easily. If you are mentally mature, if you are able to manage your emotions, you can manage the emotions of others. Your social setup is very good. You develop a very healthy relationship with others. You can handle your conflict, which is rises day to day issues of your life. Then, how role of emotional intelligence to cope up stress among the people during COVID-19? Self-awareness. It is very helpful. At the core, emotional intelligence, self-awareness is the area that everyone can enjoy or spend time on it. They may see it as self-focus. Give some time to yourself. If you are not going anywhere, if you are studying from home, and you should focus yourself. How can I improve myself? But we can effectively work with others. Yeah, it's very easier. We only criticize the others. We only effectively say, okay, that this one is good, this one is bad, but we don't think what are our drawbacks. If we get really good at knowledge ourselves, our thoughts, our emotions, reactions, and other tendencies, so always think about yourself, your thoughts. Always check your thoughts, where they are going. Are we are taking the positive thought or the negative thought? In this time people generally think about negative. नहीं ऐसा होगा, ऐसा हो जाएगा, ऐसा होना है, लाइफ खत्म है, ये वो. Why? We should fight. We should be aware. Awareness is very important, and you aware about yourself. Okay, where I am weak, and try to work on it and improve all your weaknesses. This is a time for you. Take care of your physical health. Yes, a healthy mind live in a healthy body. Or physical health is very important. You can stay healthy by eating well. Take good food, nutritious meal, getting adequate rest and exercise. Go for a walk. Eating fresh food rich in vitamin B12 and omega-3 fatty acid keep up levels of mood regulating chemicals in the brain as well. Already told that there are some chemical which is released if we are taking nutritious food, if we are stress free, it will be make us happy. But if we are not sleeping well, we are always disturbing, so it disturb our mental setup. So if mind is disturbed, body is automatically disturbed. Getting enough rest for your body helps to heal. Is really volunteer. Yes. Take rest 6 to 7 hours. Even though 7 to 8 hours, you can take the rest. Because if you want that, you should be active, you should be energetic, you should be creative. You need a proper rest. While lack of sleep can make you feel tired, stressed, and cranky. Get fresh air and exposure to sunlight. A study has shown that exposure to sunlight increases the production of serotonin, a chemical that regulates mood in the brain. Yeah. So get up early in the morning, take the fresh air, take the sunlight. So you feel a change in your behavior, in your body, and take care of yourself. Investing time in self-care contribute to your mental and emotional well-being. Set time aside for yourself. Attend to your own emotional needs. Read a book. Pamper yourself. You could learn to use aspects of mindfulness to relax. When I called someone, my friends, they said, "Yeah, I'm boring. I do nothing. मुझे पता ही नहीं है कि मुझे सारा दिन क्या करना है." तो I said, "Why not you read something new? Take the knowledge of and try to apply that knowledge so that you can change your aspect, you can change your personality, you can change yourself. Learn new vocabulary because being a student they can do number of tasks. लेकिन अगर हम कुछ करना ही नहीं चाहते हैं तो we always stay in a stress. So give your mind first of get relaxed, then think about it. What do you like? How can you get that thing? What are the sources where I feel comfortable, and how you can make your mind free from all the negative thoughts. Mindfulness is very important. Simply means being in the present without thinking of the past or future, choosing what you respond to rather than getting carried away with everything that appears in your mind to your experience. People always waste their time either thinking about the past or future. So give time to yourself in the present to focus on one thing at a time. Be not judgmental and cultivate an attitude of impairments towards single situations. This helps you to stay open to experiences and help you not get overly affected by them. Be real. Yes, this is a common advice, but let's break down that what it means. Share with others your own personal worries, concerns, and common thoughts. You have seen number of suicide cases occurred every year. The reason is that those who are suffering from stress or any kind of depression, they can't share their problem with others. Once when they if they share, but nobody take any action or giving any advice. But we are human beings. So being a human being, you must share. If you feel that you have some kind of issues which you can't solve at your own, you should discuss with your nears and dears. Tell the story about how you snapped at your teenager just because he or she is all around all the time now, or perhaps share your concern for an older family member. Now, of all times, your team member really need to there are specific ways that you are in this with them, because once you are sharing your views, once you take the company of your friends, once you take the company of your grandparents, once you take the company of your families, you feel happy, because by sharing our thoughts, a suggestion automatically comes and our brain is receiving that suggestions, and change automatically occurs in our internal thoughts. So next is change your internal thought. Our thoughts, feelings and behaviors are intricately connected. Changing thoughts to be more helpful will have a huge impact on the intensity of your emotions and shift your behavior to be much more predictive. If you want to do some creative work, your thoughts matter. Don't go on the same thought. Once you adopted one thought, rigid, don't be rigid. Flexibility is very important. Think कि changing thought, how helpful you are to change your personality. This sets off chain of events leading to more positive thought and even change in your chemistry. Once you change your thought, you feel that you feel very good. Spend time with people whose company you enjoy. Spend time, give some time to the people you love and get along with gives you a sense of being valued and appreciated. Having healthy relationship with your friends, family, colleagues, and neighbors can increase your sense of emotional well-being and give you a feeling of connectedness. Have lunch with a colleague. Sanjay? So, spending time with people you love and get along with gives you a sense of being valued and appreciated. Having healthy relationship with your friends. If you have a healthy relationship, automatically stress goes. Family, colleagues, and neighbors can increase your sense of emotional well-being and give you a feeling of connectedness. Here, lunch, do lunch with your colleague, with your friend. Pursue a hobby or a new activity. Participating in activity that you enjoy helps you stay engaged and in turn happy. Picking up a new skill challenges you, increase your concentration level that makes you feel good about learning something new. It also increases your confidence in being able to face new situation challenges and people. Nowadays we are free. We can develop a habit where we can change ourselves. So manage your stress. You have the power. You can do it. Don't think negative ki that corona is there and something happened in our life. It comes in our home. It comes in our people are just like such kind of delusions comes in their mind. You just like everyone else will have certain triggers that cause you stress. You stress. You can try to avoid a stressful situation, but when you don't have a choice but to face the event or person that caused you stress, you need to find a way to cope up with it. जब पता है कि हमें इस चीज से लड़ना ही है, हमारी लाइफ में कोई भी ऑब्स्टेकल चाहे वो एक पैंडेमिक के रूप में है या किसी और रूप में है, तो वी शुड फाइट नॉट टू फ्लाइट. In some cases, avoiding stress generating situation may work, but you must be able to differentiate between when you can avoid them and when you cannot. This is our choice. This is your choice. When you want to avoid the situation, you can. And if you involve yourself, then you must be sure you have the capability, you can manage your stress, you can develop a strategy where you can manage your problems and sort out that problems. Then comes your identity, identify your strength, weaknesses, and boundaries. I already told you that if you know your weaknesses, be realistic, you know your mental level and emotional level. So think, do meditation, do such kind of activities which makes you strong. And when you are strong, automatically nothing will harm you. Practice gratitude. When you practice gratitude, what you have, you are satisfied. It can take away focus from what you don't. Always think, yes, I'm satisfied with my life. If you think, no, I'm not satisfied because this person has that thing and I don't have, that means you are disturbing your mind and still you are thinking about the other, not thinking of themselves. You always stay optimistic about your future and boost your mental. Always think, I will do. Time aega, I will do. I can do. I can do. Practice empathy. Empathy basically understand the others as your own problem. Imagine you are the other person. Think about it कि उसके साथ ऐसा हुआ and what is my behavior in that situation. If you are connected, you can understand with the other situation, you automatically really having a confidence, you feel satisfied if you are understanding empathy to others. Managing emotions. Poorly managed or unregulated emotions can be harmful to your mental health. You may shy away from expressing emotions or feeling that you think are negative. Being able to express what you are feeling, what you like or don't like, can help you declutter your mind. Suppressing emotion is believed to lead to depression or anxiety or disorders. Like once you feel that कि नहीं यार, your emotion says something different and you want to do something different, go with your emotion and try to understand what you actually want and how you can declutter your mind. Don't suppress your emotions कि नहीं आई कांट डू, मेरे से नहीं होगा, ऐसा होगा तो ये हो जाएगा, वैसा हो जाएगा, लोग क्या कहेंगे, ऐसे हो गया. So emotions are very important in life. And if you develop a healthy emotions, you feel that you develop a very good personality. So ask for help when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel sad, challenged, frustrated, confused, angry, just simply overwhelmed and unable to cope. Speak to someone you trust. I always says ki we are a social being, so always discuss your problems with your friends, with your parent, with your siblings, so that you can sort out your problem. If you think you need even more support, reach out to a physician or counselor. Nowadays, everything is available there. But try to discuss your issues with the others and manage yourself physically and mentally healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here in our forum. On behalf of Dr. Sunitha Gandhi, ma'am, I thank you so much.
Yes, welcome, ma'am.